Hi guys, I hope you're all well. Today I'm going to be giving 7 tips on meditating. So these are just tips that I use. I'm not a professional in any way. I've just been meditating for a while now and I really see the benefits and I wanted to share them with you and help you with your meditation journey if you're a newbie. So this is my meditation space. I thought what better place to talk about this in. I hope it's not too echoey. I'm actually sat on my yoga mat, but I can't get the camera at an angle. You can see that as well. Okay, so top tip number 1 is to start small. Don't expect to be able to do an hour-long meditation from the start. I mean, if you can, then amazing, do it, but don't expect to do that. It's absolutely okay to start with 3-minute meditations here and there, because it's like training. You have to build it up. You'll find it easier and easier to do it for longer and longer as you go. So yeah, start small. Something like the Calm app is a really great place to start, and also YouTube, you can search for lots of different meditations there, and also Elevate the Globe, who I mention a lot on here. I'll leave a link to them below, their website and their Instagram handle, and they do a 5-day free course of meditation, so that's a really great place to start. Number 2, make time to do meditations regularly. Try to do it daily and if possible at the same time each day, so whether that's every morning, every evening, both. It might be on your commute to work. See, at the moment we're socially distancing and it might not be a commute to work for you. And when I say a commute to work, I mean like if you're sat on the tube, not while you're driving. Do not meditate while you are driving. But yeah, just try and make time to do it regularly and instill it as part of your routine, because then it will become habitual and it will just be second nature to do it. What I would recommend doing is setting your alarm for half an hour, even 15 minutes before you would usually wake up, so you're up before everyone else, especially if you've got kids, you've got a busy household. It's great to do it when you don't have any distractions. So yeah, first thing in the morning, it's a great time to do it because everything is calm and still, and it's also a time where you can kind of process anything that's happened during your sleep, anything that's come out through your subconscious. Just before you go to bed, again, is a great time because you're tired and you're relaxed and you could just lay down on your bed or sit on your yoga mat, whatever, and you can release anything that's happened throughout the day. It can be any time. There's no best time really to meditate. It's personal preference. Number 3 is to set your space. So have a comfortable space. So have a space that is dedicated for your meditating. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have like a whole area like this. It could be that you sit at your desk where you work. It could be that you sit on your sofa, that you lay on your bed, but just try and make it a place that's where you go to meditate, that you associate with your meditating. Make sure that there are no distractions there. Obviously, if you're on your commute to work or something, obviously you can pop your headphones in, close your eyes so you can't see or hear anyone else around you on the tube, obviously not when you're driving. But yeah, if possible, if you can have a little space like this. I mean, I'm literally on the floor between a wall and my bed. This is my bedside unit. I've got my yoga mat, which is what I'm sitting on. You could sit on a cushion, on a blanket. In my space, I've got a plant, which I find really calming. For me, it brings nature in. I've got my window here, which I would usually have open. It's closed now because the noise would interfere with the filming. I've got a huge rose quartz crystal. I've also got a little blue lace agate crystal here. I tend to just, whatever crystal I'm drawn to at the time, I'll bring over and put on here. Sometimes I have them on the mat in front of me. I've got my salt lamp, which when it's turned on, it absorbs negative energy. I've got my sage stick as well, so I can do sage smudging first. And I've also got my incense stick holder, and I've got incense sticks in the drawer. So yeah, what I tend to do is kind of light my incense stick, I sit down, I'll set my intentions, I'll have the salt lamp on, and yeah, for me, it's just a really calming space. Now, I'm quite minimalist. I'd like things to be light and quite clear. You might want to have a really colourful space. You might want to have lots of different crystals and plants and lots of things around you. It's just whatever makes you feel like you can still your mind and feel the most calm. So wherever you feel the most calm, that is a good place for you to do your meditation. Some people do it lying on their bed. if they're gonna do a meditation in the evening before they fall asleep, that's a really nice place to do it. You could sit at your desk, you could sit on your sofa, you can sit on a yoga mat. It really is up to you. There's no right or wrong place really to meditate, as long as you can focus, no distractions, and you're in a safe place. Tip number 4 is to be comfortable. So for me personally, I like to meditate when I'm in pajamas or loungewear like this, just so that when you've got your eyes closed and you're getting into the zone of meditating, you're not going to suddenly think, oh, my buttons are too tight around my neck, or I don't know, my trousers are digging in on my waistline, or anything like that. You're just going to feel nice and comfortable. The meditations that I do have a lot of movement in, so I don't want to be in restrictive clothing, especially if you are sat in easy pose with your legs crossed. You just, you want to be able to centre and not really feel your body and what's on and around you. I also like to have my hair tied back. I don't know where I've just put my hairband. Yeah, because some of my meditations I'll do maybe cat-cows, where I'm arching my back and then going like this, and my head's moving back and forth, and I don't want to have my hair flicking around all over my face and hitting me in the face, so I prefer just to have my hair back, no distractions there. I also, and this is just personal preference, obviously if it's during the day and you're doing it at your desk at work or on the train with your headphones in, then it may not be doable for you, but I like to, if I meditate in the evening, brush my teeth, do my skincare, remove my makeup and everything first, so I feel nice and clear and cleansed. And in the morning, I splash water on my face, brush my teeth. Obviously I don't have any makeup on first thing in the morning anyway. Yeah, I just like to feel really fresh when I do it. Also make sure that you've got a drink to hand, so I've always got a bottle of water with me, or I might have made like a fruit tea or turmeric tea or something like that, that you've been to the toilet, so you're not going to suddenly need a wee halfway through meditating. And yeah, you just want to just limit distractions as much as possible and feel most comfortable and ready to go. Number 5 is to pay attention to how you feel before, during and after you meditate. So quite often when I go to sit down at my mat, I think, right, how am I feeling? What do I want to heal? Or, what do I really want to focus on during this meditation? Even if it's a guided meditation on something specific, you're going to be working with your own emotions and how you interpret that guided meditation. So if I'm, feeling a bit anxious or angry or sad or anything, then sometimes I'll journal first. I'll just write down how I'm feeling, how I want to feel, and then I'll do my meditation. Or if I'm feeling really good and positive, then again, I'll write that down. This is what I want to kind of attract more of and really show that gratitude for. So journal that down. And while you're meditating, listen for things that trigger you, that make you feel a certain way, because then you can implement those into your life. If it is certain words that are used, certain visualizations that they give, if they make you feel incredible, if they're talking about a beach with white sand and, clear blue sea, and it makes you feel incredible, go online and print a picture off like that and have it up in your room or every room of your house, or listen to the sound of the ocean as much as you can. Just really pay attention to how it makes you feel, and equally if there's anything that makes you feel a bit guarded or negative or closed, because that's telling you what you need to heal. And then pay attention afterwards to how you're feeling. Have you healed how you were feeling before? Are you still feeling grateful? And just write down the kind of meditation you did and what you worked through, because that'll be a great way to guide you in the future. What you can do moving forward to continue feeling those positive feelings. Tip number 6 is to have no pressure on yourself. Number 6 is that there is no pressure. Even now, after meditating on and off for 2 years, meditating like full on for the last 6 months, I still get distracted. I still have moments where I end a meditation early because I can't focus and I'm just not in the zone, and I get a bit annoyed at myself. But the key is to not put that pressure on you. Just remember, it is okay. It takes a while, just like training your body, it takes a while to train your mind. And you might have a run of 10 days of really getting into the meditation, feeling amazing, and then another day where you just can't focus and too much is going on in your mind to still it, and you don't feel the same benefits, and that's absolutely okay. Just don't put that pressure on you, because when you put that pressure on, that's the kind of time that you'll think, I'm not going to bother anymore. It's okay, it's absolutely okay not to concentrate, not to feel the benefits straight away. Just leave it for that session and pick up later in the day, or try again tomorrow. And lastly, number 7 is no judgment. Do not judge yourself for what comes up while you're meditating. This is a journey. It's about healing. It's, negative thoughts and negative realizations and processes and habits that they're going to pop up because you're going into your subconscious. You're healing, and a whole part of healing is realizing what's going on inside of you. So, don't worry if while you're meditating you start remembering, negative events that have happened or thinking negative thoughts about the future or anything like that, because that's just showing you what you need to heal, what's going on in that subconscious. So just acknowledge those thoughts, accept that you've had them, and that's a really good time to journal down those thoughts that came out so that you can focus on, right, what's the next step? How do I heal from here? You're realizing your triggers, you're realizing what makes you feel a certain way, and that's a gift. That's a really powerful thing to get from meditations, because then you can work on releasing them, letting them go, and bringing in those positive vibrations. And that's it. Those are my 7 top tips for meditation. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me over on @JessicaAveyUK on Instagram so that we can communicate there. Let me know if you tried any of these tips, if you've got any more that I can share, and yes, happy meditating.